Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid Season 3 Episode 35? Something close to that. I've been basically harvesting a large sum of wood. I mean, you get stacks of 10 there. 8, 13, doesn't matter. And apparently we're going to get a helicopter. Grapple. As I'm pretty sure I'm safe here. I have never had even a single incident with zombies, even with the helicopter. So, I'm not going to be too concerned. If all else fails, I can just drop this on the ground. Take a quick look around anyway. Just because it is still kind of a threat. Even though I've never seen the threat, it still has potential. Wow, that helicopter is going to be a nuisance for days. Well, the good news is I don't have to worry about it too much, and I'm going to be building over here. Yeah, I thought you guys would enjoy the helicopter. Actually, I didn't know the helicopter was coming, but regardless, there's plenty of time to be building here, and I did say that whenever I started having a building session, I would pop back on. Oh, no. But there. Yeah. We're slowly getting better. And it looks like he's just leaving now. Or he might be going for a couple pass-bys. Regardless, this is going to be the initial structure. Or at least the structure that's going to start with, like, the ground supports. I also do have carpentry 2 now, which makes this a little bit easier, because I can build walls. Still, I think I need, what is it, for the stairs. Yeah, I need carpentry 6. So we won't have a second floor till carpentry 6, but I should be relatively safe overall. Just working here. And yes, I am starting to notice that I'm running out of food, so that's probably going to be one of the next things we do is we're probably going to need to go head for some food, or at least start preparation for food. Yeah, I still hear the helicopter. It'd be funny if it crashed to the ground at one point. It'd be fitting. Regardless, I still have never seen zombies in this area. Doesn't mean that it can't happen, but it just means that it's a lot less likely to happen. And while I'm building this, I think I'm like 50-something or 60-something already into the next carpentry. But I still need to get a new level. I can probably get that just from chopping wood and... what is it? This is basically just going to be a single ground floor building until I'm done. But I'm going to be chopping a lot more trees. I'm probably going to clear this area out for farming. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but... look around. I don't see anything. But we have plenty of nails for now. Man, he is really annoying. And what's kind of disappointing is, yes, I do know that the carpentry will get better and I'll have better looking walls, but again, this isn't my main base area. This is just going to be more of a forward base until I actually have the ability to just... It's basically just a stop-off point. I don't think I'm going to be working here for overly long periods of time, but I should have quite a bit of time to work with. Yeah. Building with air support. That's going to be the name of this episode, just because I can. And if I get eaten by zombies, well, I'll know to be careful next time. But overall, I just feel like I don't really need to be that concerned or afraid. Build floor. We also have a shovel so we can make kind of a gravel path all the way over here. And we can also forage. Actually, I don't think I can forage in this area. In fact, I can almost guarantee I can't forage in this area. Wow, he is really... Sounds like he's back. Now, he must really want me to get eaten by zombies. If he's going off and maybe to localized areas and trying to bring the horde down upon me. Wouldn't surprise me. That type of stuff doesn't normally happen when you have a zombie apocalypse, but there'll be that one guy that does that. But yeah, I'll just have my little shack here. And as we build, it should be safer. And another thing is, if he does bring a large amount of zombies, all I have to do is clear them out, and they won't be able to spawn in this area again regardless. Because this area doesn't have spawns. What else? I just want to grab all. Yep. And we have this infinite... Oh yeah, my machete got its second level. And apparently the crowbar is a good weapon, and I didn't know. So I might have to invest in maybe using a crowbar again. It's got equivalent range to the baseball bat, or slightly less, but it's got really high durability, even though durability won't matter if it gets a ability. And its damage is apparently moderate enough that it's worthwhile. There we go. I'm trying to make... I don't know if this... I want this to be the size of the main room, or if I want to have... I might have multiple, like, outlying buildings. I do know that I want to have this kind of an L shape, though. Do I want to do that? I'm going to bring this a little bit further this way. I've already decided. Build wooden floor. I think I have an idea of how I'm going to do this. This is actually going to be extended a little bit further, but this is going to remain empty. Well, it sounds like he's already coming back. Or trying to, at least. Let's bring it right up to maybe here. I think this is probably where I'm going to end it. Yeah, about there. That way I can have a path directly to the road. Man, you are annoying. I gotta make sure my mic is still there. There's no point fast forwarding either. Primarily because, oh yeah, we can also make a fence around us too. That sounds like a good idea. Enjoying my coffee. And we have 30-something planks left here. I have a significant amount of planks over where I was chopping, because I just decided to saw through and get a quick level, because I apparently forgot that I didn't want to spend that level. I was actually saving that level. But it's not like it really matters too much. I still have, yeah, I'm 190 in already, and 114 with that carpentry, which is good. I need level 3 to make a door, which really, that's not that bad of a setup. I mean, I'm already, what, about a third the way in to the next level, or a fifth, maybe? I'm not sure. I might need 1,000, or 7,500. Yeah, I think maybe 7,500 is about what you want there. Regardless, we're just going to be building a nice bit of flooring. And another thing I'm going to be doing, if I have time in this episode, is I'm going to start the new farm here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear that one area over there, so we can have a nice, good farm, have it fenced in, and it'll just be our home away from home, our farm away from the farm. And since I have level 2 carpentry, I can technically go back to the farm, but as I said, I'm going to probably wait till after the 90 days, just so the zombies stop spawning immediately in the already visited areas. It's just so I can stop dealing with so many of them. I don't really hear the helicopter anymore, but I'm hearing him again. He's coming back. Come on, buddy, you already visited me for a couple hours. Oh, I'm out of nails. Which actually isn't that much of a problem. There we go. Wooden floor. Luckily this wooden floor I can actually deal with, and by the time we probably have our final base, it'll be more closer to having level 9, level 10 carpentry, so we shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And I think I am going to have maybe a shed or two, or just outlying buildings as more or less storage. Or in this case, more or less production of food. As I'm eventually probably going to set up kind of a greenhouse system. Not really so much as a greenhouse, but it'll be fenced off area that has an actual building that has no roof. Oh, ran out of planks again. Speed that up a little bit. Yeah, I need to get the gas from around here as well. I mean, we do have several, I want to say several hundred containers of gas now. It's like, I was wondering what happened to my thing there. And I do want to extend this a little bit further because this is going to be kind of the bedroom. I could have sworn I saw something out there, but I was also looking at this, so I may have just seen something. Sounds like he's back. And I think that's going to be how far I'm going to have this. Yeah, it looks about right. I might extend this a little bit further, but again, I'm just building the basic structure here, or at least designing it. And that helicopter is just really persistent. I should have exactly enough planks to make this. There we go. And that's all the planks I have here. Let's toss the nails in here for now. Let's go see what we can do about our next area. I mean, I checked. Oh, okay. He was trying to bring all the zombies to my house. That's incredible. That's incredible. Because there are no zombie spawns in this area. I've literally spent weeks without zombies. And for this, I've actually spent almost 3 days chopping wood in this area. So now I can't live here. Well, I technically can live here, but I'm not going to live in this area, as it's too dangerous now. Wow. So apparently I do have it set so they'll travel vast distances to get to me. And I did that in a very specific manner to kind of encourage this type of thing, so it's not just infinitely safe if I were to leave town. Eventually they will get to me. Especially if I keep leading them down a road, or if we have this type of event, where it's just so overwhelmingly too many zombies called over. Wow. Walking Dead all over again. Ooh. Stab. I was running and I couldn't prep for the stab. Wow. Credit card. Shoes. Ooh. But this also makes it kind of an interesting thing, because that means I might have to start setting up a campsite away from my campsite already. Wonder how many are over here. I gotta go eat. Wow. Yeah. much for being safe. Oh, wow. That is probably the first time I've ever seen zombies in this area. And that's saying something. I'll take a canned potato. Wow. Oh yes, and I'm going to start using this ruinous spiked baseball bat as my primary weapon. Mainly because it's just a really good spiked weapon, because it does more damage. And since it doesn't break, in fact, that might just be a good thing to use right now. And I have this area set up so I can just quickly grab, say, a spiked baseball bat and my runner gear. Wow. I am actually shocked. This is like the first time I've ever had to fight a zombie in this area. And I had to fight... I wasn't really nearly that bad, though. Just a handful of zombies for all that noise and effort. I mean, that was the single most dangerous event. Yeah. I think this actually might be... Oh, I think it might be critical is increased by this. All I know is it does more damage and it kills very quickly. Yeah. I think it may be the critical. Meaning if they're knocked prone, it's an instant kill or near instant. And it's not going to lose durability. I'm pretty sure it doesn't lose durability even in this manner. But it does get more powerful, so that's why I'm going to be using it instead of just stomping. And we're just going to clear out the area. Gotta keep our home safe. Wow. I knew the farm would eventually probably get near overrun, or at least have a large amount of zombies eventually around it. But I never expected it to happen so quickly. I think I actually know why. Because there is, and I think I know specifically why it happened in such a close proximity. See, this road, it seems so barren, I don't think they came from this area. But there is somewhere to the south of the town that kind of comes in like this. And it's just over beyond this tree line. And I think that's where they came from. They probably came from the woods over in this direction, because there is housing in that direction. And it's the closest area to this spot. And that's why I'm only seeing them to the south. Also, next time I did forget to actually add a mod that allowed me to go to the other towns. I've corrected that. And so whenever we die, we'll have access to go to other towns too. Yeah, down this area. This area, if I remember correctly, never loses its car spawns, and it just keeps getting more and more. Because there's actually a road down this way. But, ooh. First time I've seen zombies, and it's a bit unnerving. I definitely wasn't expecting it. But now I need to be wary that there are zombies here. And that by itself is a bit unsettling. I do know that the further you go away from the town, though, the less likely they'll even be able to spawn, because basically what happens is, even that event has to draw zombies from somewhere. In this case, I think they drew it from the the housing area over here. We got some medical supplies. I'm gonna grab these because I think I'm gonna need them at some point. Those antidepressants, I'm not sure if I really will ever need those. Take the sleeping tablets. Canned tomato. I'm a bit shaken still. That's still a pretty big thing to have happen. Even if it was very minor. Because that means that I can still be killed in my tent should another one of those events happen. And they'll also travel to that area too, so I'm likely to have to... I might have to pull a tent and maybe find another area further down, closer to the building projects. If only to spend the night. I can technically sleep in one of these vehicles, but it just throws up like 800 errors just because it's not supposed to be used in that way. And I don't want to be doing that. Because I don't know how much that can affect my game by having several hundred errors pop up just for sleeping in a car for a night. Whew. Yeah, I seem to have gotten at least the majority of the zombies that came to us. And that's why I was still kind of around to make sure I wasn't running into that. Okay. I'm gonna keep that on me. That was something new. I think I hear it again. Faintly hear what I think is the helicopter. I'll just drop that there. And let's go get some more wood. And this will allow me to kind of scout this area a little bit faster. I don't expect too much to be up in the northern area, but it may be. Oh yeah, I did. I bundled up most of this stuff anyway. Yeah, this isn't even nearly as much as I've chopped from the initial chopping of the trees, whatever it's called. We're going to rest here for a bit. There we go. I'll take your stout axe, equipped it in both hands. Now this is a pretty good weapon to use, but I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I have noticed that even after all that use, it hasn't gone down in the durability in the slightest, and it's not likely it will. Scan around. Another place that can technically spawn zombies is that warehouse that we were at, where we were initially living, I guess. That area can technically spawn zombies, and they can get here, but they have to go down a really long pathway. So it's very unlikely that I'll have to deal with them. And how much have we survived so far? 498 zombies killed. Only about 2 weeks. Not bad. Granted, it's no gold medal or anything, but yeah. Too tired again. Oh well. I'll just rest here. Just scanning around. And there we go. Now let's open up a can of potatoes. Ah. Delicious can of potatoes. And oh, this is 31 minutes. I thought I started a new episode. I'll see you guys on the next episode. If you enjoy watching, like, subscribe for more. Have a nice day. And I'm probably going to keep recording this one because until we have a house, I have a feeling this might be a dangerous area right now. And I don't want to be suddenly eaten the night and start a new episode, start a new series while we're not looking. So I'll see you. Bye. Thank you for watching. For more content, check out my channel. If you wish to support my channel, check out my Patreon. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates.